da da da.
What up, dude?
What's happening? Greetings from Western New York. It's a rainy day in Buffalo, and we are anticipating that white stuff tomorrow evening into Thanksgiving. So yeah,
Oh, I
yeah.
thought you were talking about cocaine. I was like, I don't do that.
No, that's if I was coming to you live from Miami and hanging out with people and drinking the Bud Light and having all the yayo.
Yeah. Well, it's another episode of the You Want It, You Got It podcast, and yeah,
That's
I
right.
enjoy this
Yeah.
time. I enjoy this time of the day.
Hey, welcome everybody. Thanks for checking us out. Go ahead and hit that like and subscribe, and don't forget to share the episode after you fall in love with it, because we've got a great
Hey.
guest tonight. Ain't that right, Russ?
Yeah, we do. Yeah. Sorry, I forgot. No, yes, we do have a great guest today.
Sings like
You
an
met him.
angel.
You met him for a second or so
Yeah,
in
yeah.
at Fest.
Met him at Fest 23. We were watching this two handsome young gentlemen up on stage called Bitters and Distractions, and yeah. So
Well, now
yeah.
I was speaking with him about that, and was Mike from Unsimilar with you during that time?
I think he had Mike was
Okay.
everywhere, man. I mean, and that's
Yeah.
what you do when you're at Fest. You go check out a band, you watch a couple of songs, and then there's another band that's playing around the same time, or they're about to play, so you got to get from point A to point B. And
Yeah.
yeah, so you see a little bit of everybody, or you just camp out and see just one stage. So
Well, I will say this, his music is definitely Jared's music is definitely a vibe. Really,
oh yeah,
really chill, and the lyrics are pretty cool. I like the lyrics. There's a lot of good stuff in those words he belts out.
yeah, for sure, man. I mean, the songwriting's up there with fucking Adam from Counting Crows, and
Oh yeah,
Chris
nice.
from Dashboard. It's just like paint a picture of heartache and love loss, and
Oh, what did you say earlier today about him? He writes music for mixtapes.
for mixtapes, man.
Yeah,
That girl, or that guy
yeah,
that
yeah.
you that you had a great time with, and they said see ya, and you're like, well, this song reminds me of you.
Well,
So
let's bring him on.
yeah. Well, enough of it on, man.
All right, we got Jared
Yeah, let's do it.
Knapik. Did I butcher it?
Yeah.
You didn't butcher it, but you had this like not confident
I was
pause.
unsure. I know.
No, you know what I think it is, Russ?
No,
I think we analyzed it too. We shouldn't have talked about it beforehand.
you're right.
And I should have just let you
Gotta let it
fly
happen,
by the
man.
seat of your pants.
Because
Exactly.
You know what I did? I was staring at your name. I was like, oh, yeah, and I just fuck it up. Anyway,
I know.
we
I
are
think I'm to
here.
blame here.
Such
What
an
an
You're
intro,
happy.
though.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
First of all, I'm very happy to be here, and I'm a big fan of your guys' podcast here.
Oh,
You talk to a
shucks.
lot of my friends, but I should also. It's so funny, Eric, that you just mentioned. First of all, there's no higher praise than being mentioned in the same breath as Adam Duritz and Caraba, for that matter, Chris Caraba. But those two guys are like best friends. Did you know that?
I did not know
They're
that, but
very, very close friends.
yeah, the last time I saw Dashboard in Nashville,
Yeah.
they were on tour with Counting Crows, and I'm pretty sure I teared up throughout the whole fucking
Dude,
show,
I
because
missed that. I missed the tour. I know. I feel they came through Connecticut, but it was a good show.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, I've been a huge Counting Crows fan since day one.
Me too.
My older brother took me to we went to a 328 performance, saw in Nashville on a snowy night. We drove down from Clarksville, Counting Crows opened for, damn it, they sang that I'll be with you, girls, like and low. Ah, fuck, what was that band?
Oh, yeah.
Ah,
Who is that? It's not. I always thought it was like I'm being stoned or something.
it's like being stoned. What were they called? No, it wasn't Fuel. It was
Give me fuel, give me
Yeah.
fire, give me that. What that was.
Anyway,
Ugh.
we saw them
Okay.
open up for that band,
Wow.
and then yeah, and
This had to be early
then
days if
after
Counting
like
Crows are
the
opening
next time
for
Counting
them.
Crows came through, that band was opening up for them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I was
Really?
gonna say. Yeah.
Oh yeah. It was like Mr. Jones had just started getting, Mr. Jones has just started getting like airplay on MTV. So
Right.
yeah.
Oh, so you're
But
talking
yeah,
like this was the 90s.
your music, I mean, high praise. Oh
That's
very nice.
That's an insane comparison.
I've
Because
got
they are. I mean, they're juggernauts of songwriting. Adam Duritz and the band. Yeah, Chris and Adam go way back. I'm gonna guess. I don't want to speak for either of them. From living in New York, Chris lived in New York City for a hot minute in like the mid aughts, maybe early aughts, and Adam Duritz still lives there. I'm pretty sure. They had during the pandemic. It was Chris, Adam Duritz, and a few other folks. They had a borderline joke band. You can literally find the Instagram page of it. They made an Instagram page. I don't think it was ever advertised. Chris told me about it. It is a parody of let's see. You know that Phoebe Bridgers had a band with Connor Oberst, I think, from Bright Eyes called like what is it called? Better Oblivion Community Center. Have you guys ever hear that? You ever heard about that? Well, okay, but you know Phoebe Bridgers, right? She's like wicked famous.
Yeah.
Right. So and I don't even, to be honest with you, I don't know much about Phoebe Bridgers because I didn't really listen to her. I mean, I know she's hugely celebrated and very, very famous and very successful, and I'm sure she's great. And she's got that Boy Genius band. But she had a band with Connor Oberst from Bright Eyes called like Better Oblivion Community Center or something like that, something close to that. And Adam Duritz and Chris had this band that was like it was a play on words. It was a parody of that. It was called like Better Bolivian, like the country, something.
Oh,
but yeah, I wish I could recall that. But no, they're thick as thieves. Those two are tight.
yeah. I'm gonna have to look that up for sure.
Real quick, Eric, it was, and I don't know why I didn't know this. It's Cracker.
God damn it. Yeah. They were opening for Cracker, and the next time the touring cycle, I guess maybe they were just flip-flopping, but I guess Counting Crows had more of a buzz, so Cracker was opening up the second time around.
Cracker didn't really, that one album, Crackers, was all they really, I guess you probably say they had, and then after that they kind of were like, I wouldn't say a one-hit wonder, but they didn't really fall off, but they kind of plateaued real fast, you know what I'm saying? And then, kind of like Teenage Fan Club,
Yeah.
But yeah, anywho, so you keep dropping Chris's name. I mean, are you cool with Chris? I mean, what's up? I mean, are you BFFs or something? What's going on here?
No, I've had it with him stealing my thunder for all these years now. No, Chris is the best. I mean, yeah, I didn't mean to be dropping his name so much, but I mean,
who was that again? Who was that again? Who was that?
Funny.
George.
I think Chris Crabapple. Yeah, Crabapple. Yeah, like the Simpsons teacher. Crabapple, that's it. No, but first of all, let me not act as if Chris and I go way back from we were in Cub Scouts. We were in Cub Scouts together. No, I mean, I was and am a massive fan of Dashboard, of course, and then really everything Chris has had a hand in. I mean, and it doesn't hurt that he's a Connecticut guy. I know a lot of people associate him with South Florida, rightfully so, because that's where he got his start doing music. But he was born here and lived here till he was probably in high school. So I was a fan first and foremost. I am a fan first and foremost, long before I ever met him. But no, he's a dear pal. He, we became friends a number of years ago. He reached out to me, and That dude, I mean, I can't sing his praises highly enough. You know, in a world where don't meet your heroes is like a pretty true sentiment, unfortunately, in a lot of cases. Not every case. I don't mean to be such a pessimist about it, but like I've met a lot of like there's a lot of seedy people, unfortunately, in the music world sphere. But Chris, my God, he is a saint. That
Yeah.
dude is so sick. I mean, he's got tons of family still here in Connecticut, and he will text me about. First of all, he's a huge skater. He loves skateboarding, and I'm
Oh,
I'm a
did not
lifelong
know that.
skater. Oh, big time skater. Um, yeah, he probably doesn't do it as much as he once did, probably out of fear of like getting hurt before it. I mean, because his livelihood relies on him not having like broken wrists.
For
Oh, he's
sure.
killer. He's got a killer Ollie Impossible. If I don't mean to isolate the listening
Yeah,
audience,
yeah.
but for the few skaters for the few skaters who are listening right now, killer Impossible Chris has. No, he's a huge skater and skate fan, and he'll text me about skateboarding stuff, just mundane stuff.
Nice.
He'll talk to me about he'll tell me to check out. He'll send me a link to like the most unknown band on Spotify with like a very modest amount of followers. Be like, what do you think of this? That dude's got his ear to the ground. I mean, he's a music fan.
Hell yeah.
First and foremost, he is like keeping his ear to the ground with who's playing basements in Connecticut and stuff. He is the real deal. I adore Chris.
Yeah,
Nice.
I got
That's
into
awesome.
I got into dashboard late, and
Sure.
but once I got into them, I really respected and appreciated the music that was written. And then of course, Further Seems Forever, great band too that he was in. And then he left that. Did he leave that band to focus on himself?
I wouldn't phrase it that way. And again, I don't want to
Yeah.
speak for Chris.
Yeah.
That
You
gets
know what?
kind of
Let's just scrap that. Anyway.
well, no, but it is an interesting story, Russ, because he did
Yeah.
leave before the first. So that band's got a very interesting history. He's their singer for their first record.
Yeah.
Then they have a second singer, Jason, for their second record, and then they had a third singer for their third record. Rest in peace, the legendary John Bunch from Sensefield and
Oh,
Reason to
really?
Believe and War Generation, tons of bands. Yeah, John Bunch, who passed in I think 2015-ish. He was their singer on the third record, so they had a different singer for every record. Oh, Eric fell victim to the attic Wi-Fi of the 100-year-old house. That's a shame.
Hold on one second. All right. Anyway, yeah, and so Eric, you back?
I
Yeah,
don't
he's
have him
back.
yet. I don't see him.
No,
I see a black
no.
square. Oh, there we go.
He's there.
Here we go. I see him.
Yeah.
I think
All
so. Yeah, it says I'm connected, so I don't
Okay,
know.
sick. I got you now.
You're here. You're here. Yeah. Well, then they released another album back with him, right? When he
No,
came
they
back
did.
into the band. Yeah.
Absolutely. And
Yeah,
like
yeah,
he's
yeah.
like for all intents and purposes, he's in the band. It's just a revolving door policy. Very similar to like early Dashboard, how it was like whoever they could get at the like no one's ever out of the band or in the band. It was just a revolving door policy. So Chris did a record with Further again in God, I cannot believe that at this point, because it feels like the new record to me. But it's
like
2012, dude.
I'm about to say it's been a minute.
2012.
I
Holy
bought that
hell.
record, and it was
Yeah.
a great record,
Oh,
man.
killer. Penny Black. It's a killer record. And that's the last thing they released.
Yeah.
So you're up in Connecticut. What's it like up there, man? Like, what's the scene like up in Connecticut?
I've been here all my life. I'm born and raised in Connecticut. I love New England. I feel like, I mean, it's like a grass is always greener thing, right? Like everyone you talk to, where they're from, they're like, oh, I got to get out of this town, got to get out of the state. And like, I get that mentality to a degree when you're younger, but like, I think it's a grass is always greener thing. Like you always want to escape the place you're from. And like, yeah, maybe I felt some of that when I was younger, but I mean, as an adult now, I love Connecticut and New England. I can barely imagine living anywhere else. I mean, it's funny. I'm simultaneously someone who like could probably live anywhere, like because I can get used to. I'll just make the best of the circumstances I'm in. But if I had my druthers, like I love New England. You know, I love the winter, which I know is a unpopular opinion probably. I mean, Eric, you're in Buffalo now, and that's like infamous for winters, right?
Yeah.
Like,
We're gonna get dumped on tomorrow. Yeah.
Oh,
Winter is
no.
coming, Jon Snow. Yeah.
Wait, and you got to travel tomorrow, don't you?
So,
oh no, to where?
Thursday, maybe.
Oh, okay.
Right outside Haverhill, Massachusetts, or Haverhill,
Oh yeah,
however you pronounce
yeah.
it. My wife's got her aunts and uncles who live up in Hempstead, I think.
Yep.
So it's it's the New Hampshire area. So
Sure.
yeah,
You
I'm
know,
probably
Connecticut
butchering these.
names. No, Connecticut.
Yeah.
What I know
Butchering the
from
name.
Connecticut, is a lot of Connecticut hardcore.
Of
Fucking
course.
100 Demons, Hate Breed,
Demons,
With Honor,
Hatebreed. Yes.
With Honor, Youth of Today, Death Threat. All those fucking bands up there. And then just New England hardcore. I knew a bunch of the bands.
Of course.
Since the Flood, Acacia Strain, all those kind of bands.
Sure. Acacia Strain, Worcester. We're only a stone's throw from
Worcester.
Bane's.
Bane. Yep. I was listening to a podcast the other day. It might have been Toby Morris's from H2O's podcast, and they were talking about the Connecticut hardcore scene and how that scene was just a lot tougher than the New York hardcore scene. It's like, but yeah, Hatebreed, of course.
That's funny. Yo, can we? And I don't mean to take us off on tangents here, but it's probably inevitable. Oh no, do we need to pause again?
So yeah, you don't want to go off on a tangent. What kind of tangent are you going
to? But I was just gonna say, it's funny. H2O is so heavily associated with New York hardcore, and rightfully so because they cut their teeth there. But none of them are from
Rhode Island.
He's from
Rhode Island.
Toby Morris, Taunton, Mass. Taunton,
Mass. Oh, is it Mass? Yeah, I thought it was Rhode Island, but is Mass? Yeah,
it's close. It's close to Taunton. I'm sorry, it's close to Rhode Island, but Taunton.
Yeah.
Rusty Pistachio, Maryland.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forget Bethesda or Maryland.
Adam, he's not even from America.
Adam Blake, not even from. Yeah, he's from over the pond. So it's so funny. But no, I'm a fan too. So
I talk about this about some of these bands. It's like when bands move away from their area, they don't even live there anymore, but they're still considered a New York hardcore band or an Atlanta band or a Florida band, but because that's where you cut your teeth at. It's
absolutely.
like if you moved away, you'd still be Connecticut.
No, I'm just giving them a hard time because it's funny.
Yeah.
They absolutely. Toby Morris famously got dropped off in a taxi in New York City at CBGB's, I think.
Yep.
And then got a job with Sick of It All. Roadieing
was living in a fucking closet for how many fucking years,
Exactly. So no, he for all intents and purposes, he can claim New York all day long, and that doesn't bother me. It's just funny how they're all from elsewhere.
Don't forget the struggles. Don't forget the streets.
And don't forget your roots.
Yeah. All right. I think I'm back.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I'm fucking with you.
One thing about Connecticut that I found out about is that there's two teams. There's either the Yankees or the Red Sox, and I don't understand how anybody roots for the Red Sox, but I'm a Yankees fan, so I picked up a Yankees koozie on my first trip up to New England. This was probably 2013, between 2013 and 2016, and I still have it. So yeah.
What are you?
Dude, I don't want to say anything inflammatory and get Eric, heated. First of all, let's just get this out of the way. I'm the most casual baseball fan of all time. So this, my allegiance means nothing here. If I had to choose one, I'm going Red Sox because my grandfather, Floyd Bird, rest in peace, because of the B hat he gave me when I was like a toddler. But that's the only reason. But also cool. Remember that crazy World Series? I was in high school, maybe it was like 07.
Worst day of my life.
Well, remember when the riot gear, the SWAT team went onto the field because remember A-Rod hit the ball out of the person's hand, right? Am I talking? Yeah, this is like one of the most famous World Series ever. Like the riot gear had to make its way into the field. Anyway, that's like the era Red Sox, because there's no loyalty. Like, what's his name, Johnny Damon or whatever, he was Was he Red Sox and then went Yankees, or do I have that backwards?
Yeah. He was
Yeah,
Red
he cut his
Sox, cut
hair or
off all of his
whatever.
hair,
Like,
and became a
yeah,
Yankee. Yep.
give me a break. But like
Yeah,
that's my era of like thinking that the Red Sox are cool. I'm indifferent.
No, you're good. You're good.
is that one thing about the Yankees though? The Yankees is like they're like you got to be clean cut, right? Is that their policy? You got to be clean cut. If you can't have a beard really. You can't have long hair.
That's the way the boss George Steinbrenner used to make the Yankees. You know, like he almost like benched Don Mattingly because of his mustache. You know, and
Really?
Mattingly wanted to have like in the the 80s, late 80s, early 90s. He wanted the little mullet, and Steinbrenner was like, "Cut your hair, you hippie." And yeah. But I mean, now we've got guys with beards. We've got guys with bling,
Yeah.
Jazz Chisholm has more ice around his neck, than sometimes he does, base hits. So it is what it is. So,
I think it's
mean,
like that. I think all sports teams are like that now. You got all dudes are long hair, beards tatted the fuck out. You
and
got
I don't
football
see how
players,
they
long
do
hair.
that shit. It's like there's guys with like longer hair than me, a beard down to their fucking gut, and they're playing baseball in the summer. I'm like, how do you do that, man?
Yeah.
I would like have a shaved head, maybe a little soul patch or something. It's like,
dude,
it's too
this
hot for all that
conversation,
shit.
so many Seinfeld quotes are coming to mind when George
right.
gets the Yankees switch to cotton uniforms.
Yeah.
The Yankees are looking unusually sluggish out there. It looks like so and so's uniform shrank up on him or something like that. And then of course George Steinbrenner calling and leaving a voicemail on Frank and Estelle's answering machine. This is George Steinbrenner. George is dead. Call me back. when they think that George is dead. But what's so funny for someone who knows next to nothing about baseball like myself? That movie Moneyball, I know probably every line from that. That movie's on TV all the time, and that is one of the most watchable movies. I don't know if you guys have seen that movie, but the Yankees are kind of a pretty important part of that movie. But yeah.
I mean, you had Jonah Hill and fucking
Jonah Hill,
Philip
exactly.
Seymour Hoffman and
Philip Seymour Hoffman, Brad Pitt, exactly.
Brad Pitt, yeah. That was about the Oakland A's, yeah.
Oakland A's,
and who were a thorn in the side of the Yankees back in the early 2000s. So.
And they're a thorn in my side because they're on the other side of the bay. No, actually, they're not even in the bay no more. They're in Sacramento because they were like, we don't even want to be here no more, and we're going to go to Sacramento, and we're just going to be called the Athletics now, so we can get our stadium in Vegas.
Yeah.
The Giants don't leave, the Niners don't leave, so kiss my ass.
Yeah,
sorry.
Yeah. Well, and you got Dub City too, man. Yeah.
Well, the Dubs went back home. The Dubs went back to the Bay. Well, actually, technically, the Dubs are from Philly, but we got them now, and the Giants are from New York.
Yeah.
And the Dodgers are from New York,
Yo, you guys remember you remember the days of in like the 90s, mid 90s maybe, like there would be a lot of sick commemorative like Happy Meal type gifts you'd get like at a McDonald's or similar places to that. Like I've got like the Batman Forever glass, really sick, not just cheap plastic junk, but like I've got the Batman Forever glass, water glasses. And I can't remember what chain it was from, not maybe Papa Gino's. But we got these in the 90s. I'm the youngest of three, and my next brother's 3 years older than I, and he's an 80s kid. And then our oldest brother's 3 years older than that, and he's earlier 80s. And we got these baseball team MLB commemorative cups. My brother got the Mariners. Is that
nice?
Okay, yeah. And then I got
Mariners.
The Pittsburgh Pirates, and I remember looking them up, and they were the worst rated team in baseball.
Yeah.
Is that true?
I will say this: they had the raddest hats.
Oh,
those hats.
Dude,
the hats.
Yeah, the guitar player from Suicidal rocked one of those. Yeah. But no, I mean, the Pirates had some great team, some great players in the I would say the early 90s. I mean, they had Bonilla, they had Bonds, they had Andy Van Slyke. Shit. They had they called Sid Bream. They were like the killer bees because it was Bonilla, Bream, or Sid Bream, Barry Bonds, and somebody else I can't
Okay.
think of. But yeah.
But hold on a second. Remember when fucking Doc Ellis fucking pitched a perfect game while tripping LSD?
Nice. Yeah.
You know, he fucking pitched the whole fucking game on LSD, man. I'm like, what? Because he apparently he wasn't supposed to pitch that day or something, and then I guess he found out he was supposed to pitch, and he was tripping balls and did the whole game. And I'm like, wow.
Wow.
man.
To quote Seinfeld again, a story like that's gotta be true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like LSD. Yeah. You know, some great Beatles records and a perfect game pitched by.
Wow, that's hysterical.
Yeah,
That was on. It was June 12th, 1970.
Wow. All right, man.
That's
Yeah.
insane. You know, I used to get him confused. Well, maybe was Raleigh? No, Raleigh Fingers was who was Raleigh Fingers? Did he have the mustache? Who
He had
big mustache?
the
handlebar?
handlebar mustache, Oakland A's. Yeah.
Okay. I always get
think
for some
so.
reason when I was younger, I would get them mixed up for some reason, but
Yeah.
you know, whatever. The old I do have a Battle of the Bay commemorative pin from the World Series when the earthquake happened. They had a positive World Series because of the earthquake in 89.
Yeah, dude.
I got that pin still.
Yeah, we were in 8th grade. You were over in Germany when that happened,
Yep.
right?
Mhm,
Okay,
mhm,
yeah. I was
Wow.
stateside. Yeah.
Yeah. So Jared, just so you know, like I said, I'm originally from the Bay Area.
Yeah.
And my stepdad was in the military, so we moved around a lot. And so Eric as well, he lived in Germany as well, but I lived in Germany for almost 4 years when I was 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th grade.
Wow.
So
That's a formative time to be there too. That's
Oh, dude, I was
in your life. That's crazy.
Enjoyed it.
Yeah. And then we both got the privilege of living in Clarksville, Tennessee, which is the armpit of the fucking South. And luckily I got out and moved to Nashville for a couple of years. Yeah. And then
Well, Jared, like you said, there's sometimes you don't. Hey, I'm comfortable here. I like it here. I got a house. I got a home.
You got a house, dude.
I got some cool. A lot of cool people here. I met a lot of cool people. If I didn't live here, I would never played music. Okay.
There you go.
Played music for 20 years, and I'm on a hiatus for right now. I'm not done. I can't be a quitter.
Yeah. Don't quit. Yeah.
I was in a hardcore band for about 20 years. So
Love it.
Yeah. We started covering Hatebreed, and then they were like, "Oh, you guys the Hatebreed cover band?" Like, no, we just do a Hatebreed cover, fuckers. You know? Not that I wouldn't mind being in a Hatebreed cover band, because that would be fucking fun.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. That's a band that I need to listen to at work. But yeah, just listening to like Hatebreed or just like hardcore in general. If somebody makes me mad at work, it's just like I turn into like Hulk smash, you know. So it's like I gotta watch what I listen to at work.
With you being up there in Connecticut and stuff, as you know, growing up, you were you had so much music that was local. That's fucking all these bands blew up. You know, they've all became, you know, they've done big things and shit. You know, and it's like who were some of the bands like when you were say in middle school that were like say a local band, and they're still local bands, but they're just at a bigger level now. But that was a local band that you've seen grown into a bigger success.
Sure. Okay, so it's interesting. All the bands we named, 100 Demons. I mean, we leaned a little heavily on the hardcore. 100 Demons, Hatebreed, with Honor, who I think went away for a long time, but they came back. I know they did now, like a special show with like Shai Hulud a few years ago. But it's interesting. I mean, first of all, I'm a little bit their junior, right? I'm a little younger than those folks. Not terribly, but a little bit. I was not in that scene whatsoever when I was a kid. So I'm born in 91. Okay. And for me, you know what's funny is I simultaneously, my brother picked up bass. He got a bass guitar at this store that's definitely no longer around, called Media Play. I don't even know if it was like a Northeast thing. It was Media Play was like Circuit City meets
Yeah,
FYE, but with
Oh
a
no.
small. You knew Media Play?
Oh
we
yeah,
had
we
media
had
play.
one.
We had them here.
Yeah. I got
Yeah.
a
Really? I've never heard anyone acknowledge Media Play.
Well, guess
Epiphone
what?
SG there.
Yes,
We're not
yes.
just.
I got
We're
the
not just.
Silvertone. Yeah,
We're
Russ.
not just anybody. We're not just anybody. Okay, we're.
That's right. That's right. This is You Want It, You Got It. I forgot who I'm speaking to. Dude, that's insane.
Yeah.
Because there was only one in Enfield, Connecticut, to my knowledge. I mean, I was a kid and Google wasn't really a thing, but I never knew of another Media Play. And now it's the one in Enfield, Connecticut is a PC Richard and Son, which is like, I don't know what that is. That's like an electronics meets mattress. It says
Yeah.
electronics and also mattresses or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, hey,
Weird
electronics and mattresses go good together. I mean, if it's not what I'm
Right. That's a
saying,
pair. Exactly. That's a pair as old as time. But no. So here's what happened. Funny you got the SG there, Eric, because my brother, when I was in about 4th or 5th grade, and he's 3 years older than I, so he was in maybe 7th grade, he got a Silvertone bass there. And they had
Nice.
the Hal Leonard published tablature books, which was instrumental for someone my age. Those tablature books were game changers. And he bought the bass, and he was learning songs like When I Come Around, Green Day,
Nice.
and Motivation, Sum 41. This is 2000, maybe the year 2000, and maybe 01. And 2 weeks later, I wanted to follow suit. I copied everything he did, and I wanted to get the matching Silvertone guitar. So I went to Media Play, got the guitar. Dudes, when I got home and looked up the tabs on, I know these days I think it's called like Ultimate Guitar, but back then it was called mxtabs.net. And when I
Yeah, I
looked up
remember
the
that.
tabs, you remember MX tabs?
Mhm.
Sick. And when I looked up the tabs for When I Come Around and Motivation, and for whatever reason, I remember so vividly looking up Jack Johnson's Flake, that song Flake, that was like
Oh.
his big radio hit or whatever. And I saw a bunch of numbers vertically in the same line, whereas my brother was playing bass and playing individual notes at a time, and I saw chords. Devastating. Devastating, my guys. I literally, I mean, this is so long ago, it's very hard to remember, but I remember thinking, I can't, what's a bar chord? How could you possibly hit 6 notes at once? This is devastating. I'm giving up guitar. And it was crushing. But, eventually I guess I came back around and gave it another try. But I was not always the guitarist that I am today. Not to say I'm great, but yeah, that was probably, I was on the verge of quitting when I found out you had to fret more than one string at a time.
Yeah.
Hey,
but all that to say, Russ, sorry, you were asking like, yeah, so I was into the pop punk thing because I'm, born in 91, like Take Off Your Pants and Jacket, Dookie, but also Warning. I'm kind of a rare celebrator of Warning. I feel like that's not a very popular Green Day album. I love that album.
That's my second favorite record. First is 39 Smooth, and then Warning is so good.
25th anniversary of that album is this year.
Is that right?
Crazy.
Okay. I mean,
that was like being a Green Day fan since Dookie, and then like going back and you know like hearing their first 2 records. It was just like when Warning came out, it was like, oh fuck, okay, these guys have grown up, but they're still making great. I mean, yeah, that's just such a fucking solid record, man. I mean,
I love it. I was under the impression it's kind of an unpopular, entry in their catalog. I don't know if that's just my perception of it, but I mean, watching like the singles, Waiting, Minority, Macy's Day Parade being played on like Letterman, and that's another thing to get into. I'm sorry, I'm probably taking us on a tangent.
No, you're
here,
good.
But
we do the same thing.
For someone my age, I cannot tell you how important taping on the VCR the musical performances on the late night shows were. And I'm a little too young for 120 minutes to be like super relevant. But dude, Letterman, Conan, the Ghost.
Oh yeah,
my favorite host of all time. Letterman, Conan, and then Leno. Whatever. But he would still have the guests. And dude, taping. When I heard Slipknot was going to play Wait and Bleed or Heretic Anthem on that show, or Green Day playing Waiting or Minority, and we would tape that stuff, and that is like so important in my musical development. I haven't thought about this in so long.
Yeah, yeah. I
You
mean,
know,
Conan had so many great fucking artists. I mean, I remember seeing
Killer.
H2O on
Oh,
on
yeah.
Conan. I was
Yeah,
like,
they
oh shit, look, it's H2O. I like these guys, you know?
yeah. What's
Yeah.
that song? The one that Rusty sings the chorus of? It's like their big major label. What's the
Oh,
song
was
they
it
played on there?
Memory Lane?
Memory Lane.
Um,
Memory Lane. Thank
yeah,
you.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I
No, go on.
saw H2O back on the East Coast Fuck You tour. A couple of back when
Yeah,
it
with the
was
Souls, right?
yeah, yeah, it was probably February, I think. It was either January or February, and I saw Rusty just out in the crowd like talking with some friends, and me and my wife are leaving the venue, and I was like, "Oh shit, that's Rusty. Be cool." And I just like I kind of like interrupted him. I didn't want to be, like that guy. Hey, can I get a selfie? And I just shook his
Sure.
hand and I said, "Thank you." And he was
Oh,
like,
Rusty Pistachio.
"Oh
yeah,
shit,
he's such a
yeah,
nice
yeah."
guy, man.
Yeah, yeah. Such a solid fucking dude. Yeah.
You
Yeah, it was
you know, another cool show was it was earlier in the '90s. I mean, I guess in the main time though, but the Jon Stewart show on MTV was like
Yep.
he had guests on there that wouldn't belong on any other fucking late night show. You know what I'm
For
saying?
sure.
And it's like,
You know, Jon Stewart, I don't mean to cut you off, but just to
no,
piggyback off your story, I bet you that's because Jon Stewart famously bartended at the in DC. No, not DC. City Gardens, New
oh,
York. It's like a
really?
legendary. That place is like
Yeah.
long gone, like 25
yeah.
years ago, 30 years ago. But yeah, he was like, I think didn't footage or photos surface of him at like a Minor Threat? I'm pretty sure at a Minor Threat show. Yeah.
Oh
I wouldn't
shit.
doubt it.
I'll
I
have,
wouldn't
I'll have
doubt
to
it.
yeah.
Yeah, look that
But
up.
yeah,
Jon Stewart, Minor Threat.
fucking Face to Face played Disconnected on the Jon Stewart show. I
Exactly.
remember seeing that. You like I fucking love this band. This is my new favorite band. And
Dude,
here I am about to turn 50 and they're still,
and it's still.
my fucking favorite band. It's like
I mean, you had Helmet played on there, Letters to Cleo played on there, Sinead O'Connor played on there. You know, yes, I said Letters to Cleo.
I love
say it
Letters
again,
to
Letters
Cleo.
to Clear.
Dude,
man.
they legendary.
Dude, they're so great.
10 Things I Hate About You. For some reason, they're
Oh,
playing on
fuck
the
yeah.
roof of the school at the end of the.
Yeah.
They don't make movies anymore where inexplicably has nothing to do with the plot. But
Oh,
the band is playing
Empire
on the roof.
Records.
Right.
Empire
Yeah.
Records are played on the roof, you know?
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
You know? But
But yeah,
those were the great movies back then, had great soundtracks,
Oh,
great movies.
yeah.
Nowadays, you don't have
fucking
anymore.
soundtracks anymore, man. It's like
I know.
Yeah.
What is it?
Yeah.
Jamie from Weezer on Mallrats? Mallrats, I think.
Mallrats.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Legendary.
Yeah. Suzanne.
Suzanne. Yeah,
Suzanne.
they're walking with the credits with the monkey.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
Suzanne.
Yeah.
And then of course like JAR, Green Day on
Suzanne.
Angus.
And,
Yeah,
oh, dude. Yeah.
Wow.
We were talking to Terry
That's
about
twice,
that
yeah.
on the episode with the Jukebox Romantics, and
Yeah.
he was like, "Well, what about Angus?" And I was like, "Holy shit,
Holy
fuck you,
shit.
dude! I forgot all about that fucking soundtrack. It's so good." Ash was on there. They had 2 songs on there, man. What solid band. Shit.
Yeah.
Man.
I mean, one of
go
the
on,
best soundtracks I think was like Judgment Night soundtrack was dope because you had hip hop mixed with metal and punk and alternative rock. It was like it was really the first like mashup record type thing, you know, but it was legit. Yeah, like De La Soul and Helmet and Booyah Tribe and Faith No More and like all these like it's a great thing, you know. Onyx and Biohazard.
And Fred Durst was
Yeah.
So what you want to do now? And the rest is history, man. It's like
yeah, I miss. Go ahead.
No, I do miss the days of those soundtracks too, and those were very important to me. Yeah, like literally going into like an FYE or we had a place called Strawberries around here, and yeah, buying either compilations or movie soundtracks. That was huge for me. To segue, this has to do with a compilation, like a tour compilation. So when I got into, a lot of the pop punk stuff, late 90s, early aughts. So Green Day, Blink, all that stuff was huge. And then Treble Charger, like the slightly lesser known ones. But here's the thing. What's interesting is I also got very into like, I'm not even sure we knew at the time it would go on. It would eventually be called nu metal. because like here's what's funny about new metal is like, sure, Slipknot and Mudvayne and Head PE and Powerman 5000, all that stuff is like now everyone would call that new metal, and it is.
Yeah.
That's fine. But like, isn't it weird that Incubus? We didn't know it at the time. Like Incubus is they towed the line. They're considered. They flirted with that. They were in that scene, right?
Yeah,
Incubus
yeah,
is,
for
like
sure.
Science,
Yeah.
the first Science record, and then before they got like before they had like the breakout drive on Make Yourself or whatever the record's called. I mean, I love Incubus. I really
Dude,
like
they're
Incubus.
great.
They're
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
But like
Yeah.
they were considered new metal adjacent at least. Like
Yeah.
Pardon
I mean,
Me, like that stuff toes the line of new metal. So and
yeah,
I love
for
that
sure.
stuff.
Yeah, yeah, because I mean, fuck, you had, around that time, you had like Deftones, you had Incubus, you had fucking, and then Korn,
Right.
Limp Bizkit, those were your 4 heavy fucking hitters that if you put it on MTV or MTV2, whatever you were watching, is like, those are the videos that were going to be played.
Right.
And that whole era, though, I mean, I was into all that shit back then. I thought it was all good shit. I got into Incubus early, and then through Incubus I found 311.
Oh shit, that's enough. Yeah.
And then 311, and then like 20 or 30 years later, or I'm probably say 20 years later, I saw Incubus and 311 tour together in St. Louis. And what better 2 bands to see during the summer besides Incubus and 311 outside? Incubus, the drummer and the DJ were fucking doing a fucking drum off type thing, and he was scratching, and then he'd go and do the drums, and then he'd back and fucking start mixing some shit, and he'd do these little drums and shit, and then they all came back in. I was like, that's pretty fucking cool,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
A funny story about 311 real fast. Goldfinger had just put out Hang Ups. So, they're riding the wave off of the self-titled record, and they just put out Hang Ups, and they were on tour with 311. Me and all my friends, we are not fans of 311 at all, but we loved Goldfinger. And Goldfinger was opening up for 311 at this place we had in Nashville called Starwood, which was an amphitheater to Starwood.
Yeah, it's no longer there, but it's still there.
Yeah. But anyway, so we pay, probably $30, if not more, just to watch Goldfinger open up for 311. And after Goldfinger's set, we're walking around and we see Simon, the bass player. He played on the first 2 records. And we like flag him down, and he's like, oh, these guys know who the fuck I am. And we walk over to him, and he's got earplugs in because 311's playing. And he's like, God damn it, I hate this band. What's up, guys? And we're like, dude, you're so great. And we hung out with Simon for a little bit, and then we went our separate ways. We didn't see anybody else from Goldfinger that night, but that was my.
Well, let me ask you this question now. Do you like 311 now?
I mean, I can appreciate it. I can definitely appreciate it. Would I put on a 311 record tomorrow while I'm at work? Probably not. But
yeah, I saw 311 in '96 at Starwood as well, but it was with No Doubt and Shoot These Groove.
Oh, damn. Nice. Yeah.
But not trying to one up you. No, I'm kidding.
No, you're good. You're good.
Eric, you just jogged my memory mentioning Goldfinger. For someone my age, a massively important thing musically was the THPS1 soundtrack. So obviously everyone knows Superman from Goldfinger, but like Suicide Machines were on there. Like the first, like with Derek Grant drumming. From Alkaline Trio.
Yeah.
So that was very important. What's the band with the crazy bass player? They just held auditions to be their drummer. They're like a prog band. Les Claypool, what the heck is that band?
Oh,
Primus.
Yeah. So of course they're on there. Dead Kennedys police cars on there. So Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, getting into skateboarding was wildly. Those skateboarding and music are very closely, or at least punk rock, are very closely associated. I mean, this is also before my time, but watching like an H Street video that had Op Ivy in it, that's how
you did not. All right, see. That's why I like this guy.
I think 8th Street. That's the first time. We've had 8th Street. Yeah,
Focus, baby.
Yeah, that video is so fucking rad. I actually
Matt Hensley would
Yep.
go on to be wickedly famous and successful in
Oh.
flogging Molly.
Yeah,
It's
and his Innis
Oh,
clothing
man.
line, which was rad. I
Yeah.
still have an Innis shirt, man. So,
Sick.
thanks,
Oh,
buddy, Ro.
nice.
Yeah, yeah,
But like you just said though, that, you know, skateboarding is how I found a lot of bands, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
From skate videos, because that's
Oh, yeah.
all we had, you know, and then
yeah,
I had some friends that were BMXers, and I would watch the BMX videos, and there's bands on there that I didn't know about, you know. And then
yeah,
when I was living in California when I was in high school, I had a friend who was just would buy surf videos, and that's how I found out about Agent Orange, was from a surf video. And I was like, this
yeah,
band, it was fucking Bloodstains, obviously, but fuck, that's a great song, you know. That
yeah,
got me into
yeah,
Agent Orange. Like, I literally heard that and I was like, I got to go buy that. And the next day I went to the local fucking used record store and picked up that album, man,
yeah,
on cassette, you know.
Well,
But
yeah,
Yeah.
just talking about like compilations and shit like that, you know, it's like back when Warp Tour was Warp Tour,
oh yeah,
and you would go
Totally.
by, you know, like the merch tents, you know, not the band's merch tents, but like the labels, like
Right.
Hellcat Records or fucking shit. Now I just fucking drew a blank, but
Beer
yeah,
City.
yeah, you would get, you know, their compilation, throw it in your fucking, you know, CD player in your car, and fuck, you had, you know, 18 solid tracks, if not more, you know, depending on what it was.
Right. The obviously like the famous Rock Against Bush was very big for me, but also the Atticus Dragging the Lake
Nice.
part 1 and
Nice.
2, and maybe there was a third one eventually. I mean, that hipped me to bands like Lagwagon and MXPX. So yeah, I mean, you know, Atticus was like a, I don't know if you guys, that was like a clothing brand, Blink-182
Yeah,
logo
yeah,
associated. Yeah.
sure.
I was about to ask, do you think, did Mark own that or Tom own that? Mark
I
owned
think
that.
I think they might have like co-owned it, but maybe
Yeah.
more Mark.
Do you
'Cause like
think they helped pick the bands that went on that compilation?
I would imagine they had to at
You
least
know?
approve them. That's just speculation. I would
Yeah.
think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was a cool. I always thought that fucking dead bird was a cool logo. That's
Very
just
cool.
cool. Fucking.
I
you
wish
know,
I
it's
still
iconic.
I had that shirt, and I think I gave it to like Goodwill. I would still have that because I'm a
Was it
hoarder.
a black one or a red one?
Yeah, it was the black one. Yeah, I
Sick.
wish
Oh,
I still
man.
had that. Side One Dummy was one of the
That's a
record
good one. Yep.
labels
Mhm.
that I got the compilation CD, and it had like Face to Face doing "Don't Change" by NXS.
Yep.
And
Oh,
then there was
shit,
like
yeah.
there was a No Motive song on there that was really fucking good. But yeah, that I think I still have that CD somewhere. I need to find it because that was a solid comp for sure.
Oh yeah, I love compilations. I got
Has Joe
some.
Sib always, is he the founder of Side One Dummy? Do you know, Eric?
He
Joe
was
Sib?
he was one of
Okay.
like maybe two, but yeah,
Gotcha.
he was also in a band called Wax,
Right.
and
Wax.
then
Right.
and then he was in a band called 22 Jacks with Steve Soto of Adolescence.
Right.
Such a fucking solid band. If you guys haven't listened to 22 Jacks, check them out tomorrow. So good, man. It's good SoCal fucking, you know, just SoCal rock, man. It's so fucking solid. Like,
It's so, you know, the music world is a very small world, and like it's so incestual that like, yeah, we're talking kind of like about the West Coast. I mean, we were just talking about like Lagwagon and like kind of that fat record stuff, but then you mentioned Side One Dummy. Side One Dummy is so important to me without even, you know, realizing it. They would go on in 08, 07 to put out the breakout record of literally a top 5, maybe top 3 favorite bands of mine of all time, which is the Gaslight Anthem. They would put out the 59 sound by them, and they broke them. So that's insane.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. I saw Gaslight on the they are on Sink or Swim.
Yeah.
And dude, whoever their booking agent was, just man, they were opening up for Against Me on the New Wave tour.
Yep.
And I was in a band called Blacklist Royals, which we were kind of on that same tinge of Gaslight Anthem.
Right.
And thanks to Gaslight Anthem, the record labels were like, we've got them. We're good. We're good.
No.
So there were a whole bunch of bands like us that were on Paper and Plastic that kind of had that same that same vibe. There was a band from Richmond, Virginia called A Riot Before. Check them out. Such good music. And then there was a band called Landmines. And well, Protagonist is still fucking chugging along, man. Fucking Peter and those guys. I mean, but they were on
Is that Brian?
same...
Is that Brian? That Brian's band? Brian, Brian Maiden. Brian Forrest.
Yep.
I just met him officially. We got a lot of mutual friends. He teched. It all comes back to Dashboard. He teched for Chris, guitar teched. But I just met him at Fest this year. I introduced myself to some walking by.
But we were all on like that freshman label, Paper and Plastic. And
really?
Gaslight Anthem came out, and it was just like, fuck these guys. But yeah, it took me a minute to like them because I was so angry that, we were right there. Like Blacklist Royals was like right there. And it's just like,
that's the way it shakes out sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, now look at what's that?
I said, now look at you. You're sitting here talking with us. This is where you are now, man. You're
no, dude. Now. I have no regrets, man. I've got it.
No regrets, man. Oh, that's funny.
No. But 59 Sound, great fucking record. Handwritten, great record.
Handwritten is my, and I think that's an unpopular. Maybe I'm wrong about all these unpopular takes. Handwritten is their most by far polished, Brendan O'Brien produced, mainstream, major label. Yeah. Those songs on Handwritten those are my favorite by far.
Yeah.
And I celebrate everything that band's done. I love all their records, but Handwritten.
Yeah. Good shit for sure.
Since we're talking about all these different bands, I mean, and I don't want to try to get into too silly questions, but who would you say influenced you in those bands besides Chris?
What other bands you'd say are my top bands that influenced me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Easy. In no particular order. I'm just gonna stream of consciousness here. My favorite bands of all time, kind of basically, there's tons of great bands. We all know tons of great bands. But then for me, there are the ones that are in that upper echelon where like I celebrate, they can do no wrong. They could sing the dictionary to me. I celebrate every single song they've ever done. And in no particular order, those bands for me are like Dashboard, Gaslight Anthem, and everything. I think Brian Fallon will go down as like one of the greatest songwriters of my generation. Jimmy Eat World. Every song every record, they've got the same 4 people for 30 years or whatever it's been. That's insane. I think Rick, their bass player, is the only one who's technically not original. I think they had someone for a hot minute, but this is way before Static Prevails, way before the whatever. So Jimmy Eat World, Gaslight, Dashboard. It's funny, when I was younger I would have said my favorite band is Blink-182. And my feelings haven't changed about the music from them that I love, but they have put out some. I think I just find Tom DeLonge so insufferable these days.
Okay,
it's funny because I think that's an unpopular opinion. People are like, "Oh, it's a return to form. Tom's back. Like he's better than ever." And I just am like, "Is he?" Because to me, he's like, he's just gone off the deep end. God, I probably shouldn't trash talk too much on here, but they're doing fine.
Hey, Blink, those 2 albums that Blink did with Skiba were
dude, California
amazing.
Deluxe. There's a deluxe version of California. That's a whole separate album. It's like 12 more songs, and it's better than the regular California. I love the ones with Skiba.
And Feldman recorded that one, right? Or produced it?
Yeah.
Dude,
okay.
I forgot what was the first song that
Bored to Death.
Yep, there it is.
The single he was on.
That was the first song. Yeah.
Okay. Alkaline Trio is literally. I guess I was just brain farting. I was getting to them. Alkaline Trio is all the bands I named are easily top 5, even if I'm naming more than 5 bands. But they're easily top 5. But like many of them are like, man, they might be top 3. Like Gaslight and Jimmy Eat World might be top 3, but then it's like, oh, Dashboard is too. But Alkaline Trio is definitely in there. Alkaline Trio is, I celebrate everything that they've done. I mean, they check all the boxes for me, and it's the same thing for Gaslight, and this could be said about all the bands I'm naming. But Alkaline Trio is like simple. The things I'm looking for in music are like simple I always call it simple songs done well, because you can do simple songs done terribly. We can
Yeah.
turn on the radio and listen to very manufactured, boring, hyper-produced pop music. And I like
Yeah.
pop music, but there's bad pop music and then there's great pop music. Alkaline Trio is just like simple songs, like they're doing this 4-chord thing, but I love those 4 chords. And then they are doing the whole like macabre, very emo lyrics, but so tongue-in-cheek that it's not corny. They're in on the joke, right? Their whole shtick, their whole Alkaline Trio's whole aesthetic is super exaggerated love, like lovey-dovey lyrics, but like done, I don't know, in a very interesting, in a way that's not sappy, right? Because they're in on the joke. Everything's like murder and death with them and stuff like that.
Love
and, like,
songs for tough guys,
right. So the trio is, they can do no wrong, dude. The trio, I always said Good Morning is my favorite record of theirs, because for one, there's no way I'm naming a record that does not have Derek Grant on drums as my favorite record. And I love the records that came before Derek Grant. From Here to Infirmary, Maybe I'll Catch Fire, God Damn It. Those are all perfect records. But Derek Grant is like probably my favorite drummer ever. So and he's also like the best singer in the band too. So how could I not name a record that he's on as my favorite? So, because he's so creative. So Good Morning, I always used to say was my favorite record. And it might still be, but dudes, they dropped that record in 2018, the surprise record. No announcement. It was called Is This Thing Cursed?
Yeah.
Everyone was wrapped up in the hoopla of, oh, is Alkaline Trio done because he's playing with Blink? Is Alkaline Trio put on the back burner? Is this the end for them? And, to me, for my money, he did the perfect response to that. Instead of like going to the press and being like, no, it's still my priority, we're working on stuff. He didn't do any of that. He didn't address any of that. They dropped a full-length freaking record with no rollout, no PR, and that record is so sick. I don't know if you guys checked it out, but I love that record.
Yeah, I want to say, I think the last time I saw Alkaline was on that tour. Yeah, that was a good record for sure. Yeah.
Nice.
What do you think of this new record that's coming?
Blood, Hair, and Eyeballs, I very much like it. At first, it didn't strike me fully, like it didn't hit me the way the other records have. And I think maybe that was like buried deep down, like I was a little bitter about Derek Grant not being in the band. And don't get me wrong, there's no better replacement than Adam Willard. He's a monster. But I think I was still hurt. But I've since gone back to it and I'm like, okay, I really, really like it. So,
damn, that album actually, it's almost been 2 years since that album came out. Holy shit. Time flies, man.
Well,
what the hell?
Alkaline just put out a couple of singles. They have
three
Oblivion,
of them.
3, yeah, and they're
Bleeding
all
Out.
Good.
Yeah. Surprise. They are good. They're very good.
When's that out? When's that new album supposed to come out? Next year?
I don't even know if it's like, they just did an interview like literally yesterday, the day before, like it's on YouTube, like with a big, some PR thing, like with a radio station, and they did not address at all whether or not those songs are part of a record. So I don't think they're in any hurry to say that, but I have no idea.
That's interesting.
That's cool that they're still putting out singles though. So I'm here for it. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I've never seen them or maybe I have at Warped Tour and I don't remember it because sometimes so many damn bands you see in Warped Tour and my memory sometimes I don't pay attention to most of it and I probably have seen them, but whatever.
Yeah.
Do we like the song that Skiba sings with H2O? Speaking of your hat there, we like the bridge.
Yeah. I mean that song, that album is fucking flawless, start to finish. Start to fucking finish.
Yeah.
Huh?
Is that nothing?
What happened? No, what happened?
Yeah. Well, the album is Nothing to Prove.
Nothing. Yeah, nothing to prove.
Right.
All my friends got nothing to prove.
That album is so good, and it's crazy to see Max still sound like a little kid on there, and now Max is 21 or 20 years old. Fucking still now he's drumming for fucking H2O.
Yeah.
He's like,
that's cool. Yeah.
Picking songs that they haven't done in like 20 years, and he's like, "No, we're doing this tonight," and they're like, "Oh, okay," And it's like they say keeps them young, but fuck yeah.
Yeah. He did great. It was cool seeing him play. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I like it. I went to Indianapolis and saw H2O. They were opening up for Dropkick Murphys, and that was probably like 2010, 2012 era, around that time.
Jeez.
And I just went, I just went for H2O. I didn't really give a fuck about Dropkick. But after seeing Dropkick That Knife live, I went like every year nonstop seeing them fucking play live for, till me and my dude, my homie quit seeing them. I think it was like 2020 or 2021 maybe. But they're such a great live band,
Oh yeah.
But
got to open up for them in Switzerland.
Holy hell. I knew
Yeah.
I was talking to punk rock royalty, Eric, but I didn't know that. I didn't know that degree. Wow.
It was us, Old Man Markley, Teenage Bottle Rocket, and then NoFX and Dropkick Murphys. Yeah.
now,
yeah.
was this all on the same stage?
Yeah.
All right, you win.
Yeah.
we were on the small stage,
Yeah.
but we played before they did, so we did open up for them.
Yeah.
We
There was
show.
just the joys of touring Europe, man, and being on a record label over in Europe. Yeah.
Sick.
Now, like we my band had played this venue in Nashville called Rocket Town, and Young Buck, the rapper Young Buck, who was part of G Unit at the time, had rented out the bigger auditorium of this venue. So we had this hardcore show there right before he was performing over there. So technically we opened up for Young Buck.
Oh yeah, you did.
But it's wild because it was a Christian venue and he was a hip hop artist who was, he was G Unit, 50 Cent.
Passing the Cavassier and smoking.
Wait a minute. 50 Cent, Tony Yayo.
Yeah, yo.
The other most Young Buck. Okay, I guess I didn't remember Young Buck. And then what's his name? Who's on Punked? Lloyd Banks. Lloyd Banks.
Which I think Lloyd Banks was one of the better G Unit dudes. I fuck with Banks.
That's funny.
But no, yeah, that was them. And then, but yeah, and Young Buck tried to do like G Unit South. He did I mean, you had plus you had the Game was on there too. The Game was part of G Unit. But then they all hated each other. It's like, man, they're all these. I take it from Wu-Tang. They might have been mad at each other, but they're still family. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. If Wu-Tang can do it, anybody can do it.
Yeah.
I stuttered there. I stuck my words.
Wise words.
This edible's kicking in. No.
Yo, do you fellas? I hate to do this. I apologize. Can I take 60 seconds to run to the head, hit the head?
Yeah, we'll pause for a second. We're gonna go. All right, everybody empty their bladder. We're good. Everyone peed and shit.
Yep.
Okay. Real quick we were talking about skating earlier. Do you remember the skater Ray Underhill?
Of course.
Yeah, he's from Nashville, and they got they have a big mural painted on one of the skate park walls of him. His daughter got them to do it, but yeah, he was from Nashville.
He was? No idea. So he's the one who famously did he grabbed a mute down that giant gap, right? Yeah. They just did a segment. He just kind of got his flowers a little bit. Look it up on YouTube from a month or two ago. They just did a little mini doc about the Ray Underhill gap.
And he was like one of those second generation Bones Brigade dudes, kind of after
he was like the young ones. Yeah.
Like it was Ray Barbie and Underhill, Steve Saez, and
that's a crew. So
Nicky Guerrero, Mike Vallely. Yeah.
Nicky was that Tommy's little brother?
I think so. Yeah,
their boards kind of were similar. Like the graphic was kind of
he's got I've still got to get the Nicky Guerrero just to hang up on my wall because that's a beautiful fucking deck.
Yeah, that's why I want to get the Underhill deck because it had the rosary beads around the
and the cross,
black and cross. Yeah,
that's when. Yeah, Pal Peralta started doing the high fucking nose, the
double
nose
kick.
Yeah, because my buddy Nate had the Ray Barbie patchwork doll, and I think that was the highest deck I had ever ollied is when I borrowed his deck. I was like, shit, I got to get one of these.
I got the Tony Hawk. I think Tony Hawk was one of the first double kick boards that had come out at that time, and the the fucking dude, it was too much, man. It was too much for me. Like the fucking tail was just like poop, you know what I'm saying? It's like,
Yeah.
but I mean, and I was like, and then the nose was shaped all fucking weird and shit. And I go get my board, you know, and everyone's like, "Oh, you got the new board? What you get? What you get?" And then I pull up to the fucking ledge. We just had this ledge in Germany where we skated. They're like, "What is that?" Like, what the fuck, man? So that deck I got, I thought I was a cool cat because I had the first double kick deck in the neighborhood, and I clowned my ass for that motherfucker.
What was getting boards like in Germany at that time? Was it difficult or no?
No, that
Okay.
they bought them. You could buy them on base in the PX area. They had like a sporting
Interesting.
goods section store, and
The
they would,
post
but they was only certain.
exchange.
But I was cool with the Germans, and we would go to hang out at the German skate shops, and we can get them there. You know, we couldn't speak the language, but we spoke the language. You know, through
My
skate
brother
bonding, you
still
know?
has his Vision shredder that he bought at a German skate shop before we moved back to the States.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, one of my top 5 favorite skaters of all time, a little later than the era you're talking, but still not recent. I mean, he's a legend at this point. Is German. Dennis Busenitz. He's on
Real.
Real. You know, he's
Real.
like a 90s
Is-
and 2000s skater.
Is Real still okay? Is Real still around? Because
Very, very much so.
they sell their boards at Walmart.
Okay, I haven't seen a Reel at Walmart. I do believe you. There's a lot of skate.
Yeah.
The skate industry is in such a wacky flux right now that
They need that. They need all
I
the
don't know.
money they can get.
They
Any area they can
definitely,
get it, you know?
definitely do. Dark
Um,
Stars in Walmart, you know, Maple is definitely not what
yeah.
it was in the early 90s. Maple has been in and out of Walmart. Speed Demons, which was owned by World Industries, that
DC
has been
shoes you could buy in Walmart.
sure, all that stuff.
Yeah. But I don't. I
yeah.
mean, but are they the same quality? Do you think?
No, I don't think so. I know Dark
Probably
Star
not.
was pretty. Dark Star was pretty open about saying that they make like price point quality products. They were vague about it. You know, they're not going to say it's bad, but like, no, I don't think it's the same.
I wouldn't think so either. That's why they're able to sell them for as cheap as they sell those products. Well, it is Walmart, but you know.
Sure.
Now I was there one day and I was like, "Are those fucking DC shoes?" And I picked it up and I was like, "What the fuck?" And then I look over, they got Airwalks there.
Yeah,
now
they got
and
Airwalks,
shit.
man.
I'm like, wow.
Yeah, I got to get a pair of those Airwalks that Jason Lee wore in Mallrats.
Oh,
I
Mallrats.
need to find those, man. Those were sick.
The white and red ones with the Velcro over the lace that Tony Hawk used to wear. I always wanted a pair of those, but I felt like they were too clunky for me at that time.
Dude, I had the solid black ones with the lace protector. Dude, I had those in the 8th grade. I thought I was so fucking shit, dude. Yeah.
Hit me with a favorite skater, each of you. Let's get some favorite skaters going. Just don't think too hard about it. Just first thing.
I'm gonna say Vallely.
Oh, New Jersey, Edison, New Jersey.
Yeah. I'm going back.
Barbie.
Mine, Mike McGill. He was,
McGill.
That was my first pro deck, and I watched all of the Animal Chin, and shit like that. So yeah.
Do you think it's like for me, my first deck, and he's in my top 5 for skaters, Kevin Staub. That was my first deck I ever had. The Sims fucking pirate, and now he fucking reselling them for like $250 for like the repressings, and I'm like, damn, I want it so bad. And I understand why he has to charge so much because he's getting a small batch, so it costs more.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
I want to get that deck, but no.
The Mad Scientist Stobbs, those were fucking sick.
That's what I wanted. That's the one I want. Yeah.
The Pirates were cool, but the Mad Scientist Stobbs were
with the with the vials.
Yeah. Man, go back in time. I would spend.
Did you have Russ? Did you have if you were a Vallely fan, did you have like the Barnyard, the famous Barnyard?
No, I didn't have the Barnyard. I had a friend who had the Barnyard. I didn't like the shape of the Barnyard.
Yeah.
It wasn't really popsicle. It wasn't even a popsicle.
Oh, it definitely wasn't popsicle. Yeah.
No, I don't know what the fuck it was, but it was like, I think it only at that time was only like an 8 and maybe an 8.5. It was, and I would always skate 7.25.
Sure.
That's and no, I had the classic deck, which I still have. Well, No, I don't have a picture of it right now. I actually have a picture of me on that skateboard. But anywho, no, the elephant, that's but
Oh yeah,
now, and he ran with the elephant design for so many years, kind of like Tony Hawk with the birds,
sure. I mean, he
um,
did Vallely skateboards. He
yeah.
has had
And
several companies. Yeah,
now he has Street Plant, and
right.
then I think Street Plant now has a beer in Iowa or wherever he lives. I think he
Yep,
lives in Iowa. And
yep.
I think he's actually I think he might be drinking again, like a little bit now again, So
Couldn't have
because
told you he wasn't.
good
I
for
didn't know
him.
that.
Yeah, I
Interesting.
know because he's been vegan or vegetarian for what, since the 80s,
Yeah.
Oh,
and then I think he wasn't a drinker either. I could be
okay.
because he was, how Vallely was on that sauce. We've seen all the videos. The fight,
Of course,
when
that's like
yeah.
literally that's like the original viral video on the internet. E-bombs world,
Yeah.
like that's like yeah,
He fucking
E-bombs
Mike V
world.
versus
Yes.
four jocks. Mike V versus four jocks is one of the most
and
yeah
the
passed
crazy thing
around
is
videos of all time.
I have his Mike V's greatest hits, and that's on there. And you see that angle, but then later on down the road, Bam Margera's talking about it, and then you see his footage, and he was the instigator about it. He's the one who started it all, and that's why Mike went down there to fuck with those dudes, because he was like, "Hey man, he's Bam was, he was riling them up. He's like, what? Show me where they're at." And he went down there and just was just like, what I'm saying? It's just like, leave it to fucking Bam Margera,
Damn
the
it.
ringleader.
Bam. Yeah. Oh man.
But
Yeah. Viva la Bam. Those were some
and
great shows.
that is Bam talking. We don't know if it's true or not. Yeah, it's Bam speaking.
Right.
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 But anywho, yeah, I think one of my favorite skate videos is Hocus Pocus is good.
Virtual
The
reality.
or I'm about to say
Era,
Video Day and Video Days.
video days.
Yeah,
Yep.
those two were great. Those two Plan B videos were fucking. The first two Plan
Questionable.
B videos were phenomenal, man. Those two,
Yeah.
and I have them. I have them both on my hard drive, and
Yeah,
I
yeah.
watch
Well,
them often. Dude,
you can't.
watching Rodney Mullen, what he was like, what the fuck is he doing? And I still look at him and say, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
It's like his scene when he's just like everything he was doing, we've never saw before. We're like,
Yeah. Well, you
Which
can't
video?
you
did
can't
they
forget Streets of Fire, Santa
oh, that was
Cruz,
great. Santa
Yep.
Cruz, yep.
fucking Not Escapas.
Yeah.
Man.
Streets of San Francisco. The real video. That real video was really the real video was really cool. Because it opened up, I think, with Tommy Guerrero bombing hills, as Tommy Guerrero does, is bomb the hills, But it opened up like the intro was like the 70s show, Streets of San Francisco, like the cop sound and his shit, and it was like, hell yeah.
I still haven't listened to his music. I need to check him out. I need to set myself.
It's cool, man. It's really
Yeah.
chill. And Ray
Nice.
Barbie's stuff is really
Ray
good
Barbie
too.
is like
Ray
a
Barbie's
professional musician. Yeah.
Nice.
yeah,
Nice.
I like his stuff, And
Nice.
I mean, I think Lance Mountain, besides Painter, I think he's making some music now too. Which
Okay.
everybody needs to make music, man. It's good. We can never have too much music or too many different ideas out there.
Yeah, Lance is still bombing pulls and putting out boards. Yeah.
What about you? Well, who's some of your favorite skaters?
Oh, Day One song, easily favorite skater of all
Dude,
time.
I can't.
Easily.
Watching his videos, man, tripped me the fuck out, dude. Just like him too. He's just and I didn't realize how loose his trucks are.
It's it's funny. It's just his front one. His back
Is it
truck
only
is
the front
somewhat
one?
norm. Yeah, so his back truck might be like loose-ish compared to the normal person,
Mhm.
but it still has two bushings in it. His
Yeah,
front
yeah.
truck is like a Frankenstein. His front truck is either no bushing on top and a shaved down half a bushing on bottom or something like that. It rattles. You hear metal on metal. If he shakes his board, it's just rattling. He's a psychopath.
Yeah.
But Day One,
Wow.
favorite. I mean, other honorable mentions. Obviously, pioneer of the 360 flip, Jason Lee.
Mhm.
Oh, shout out. There's a lot of Connecticut skate royalty. Brian Anderson. Brian Anderson is top. Donnie Barley. I mentioned Dennis Busenitz, who's from Germany. Hawk. I mean, I was always big into Hawk. When I was growing up, I had the Falcon shirt.
Yeah.
Never had the Birdhouse Falcon deck, but yeah, I don't know. So I mean, there's so many honorable mentions.
Yeah. I mean, and then what do you think about the skateboarding being in the Olympics?
I don't have strong feelings about it. I'll tell you this, I'm definitely not bothered by it. I'm not like
for sure.
I'm not some weird elitist. I'll say this.
That was our sport.
Yeah,
you
and
know.
that's fine if you feel that way, I guess. I'll say this, like, and I didn't watch it when it was delayed a year, right? Because COVID, and I think it was in the 2021 or whatever. It was like pushed back a year, but like skateboarding seems like a very, very difficult thing to to judge the way the Olympics needs to judge like a score. Like, you could do a 360 flip frontside nose blunt, and like that's an unbelievably technically hard trick, but then like only a skater knows that like a switch.
Yeah.
I don't know, like there's a trick that can look simpler because the board does less flippies, but like you could do a switchback Smith or like a kickflip switchback Smith, and that's like a lot of skaters might call that harder. So like, how do you?
Now, are the judges skaters, or are they just judges that were told about skateboarding and had to study the skateboarding? Because like I feel like they need to have skaters.
I think they're skaters. I think they're skaters. I think they're skaters. I think Kelly Hart might have been one. Might have been a judge there, or someone else. I think they're skaters. I've wondered the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. But even if they're skaters, that helps. I don't know that remedies the issue at all.
Yeah.
Because, dude, like okay, just to paint a picture, and we are really probably isolating we better get off this soon because the music listening community is probably like, what the heck are you talking about? But, dude, I literally could do like a full cab heel flip, like a caballerial heel flip. Fakie 360 heel flip is easier for me than like a frontside flip. And I can do frontside flips, but like a frontside flip, like I'm not a strong kick flipper. I can do them. Don't get me wrong. I can do them, but I have wicked muscle memory for heel flips, and kick flips, have just they've never felt supernatural. They've never felt super natural to me. So like a cab heel is like 9 out of 10 people will be like, that's a 10 times harder trick than a kickflip. For me, it's not. So how do you?
Yeah. That's true. I get that. I see what you're saying. How
do you score that? Are you going by what's more difficult for the person to do?
Yeah.
That's tricky.
Well, shit. If we were back in 1987, 1988, 1989, when I was skating and getting chased by rednecks, we would all get zeros because we were the freaks. It was like,
there you go.
Screw these skaters, get them.
Exactly.
Like getting chased by some redneck in a freaking Camaro, running through like yards, jumping fences, just because we were skateboarding. Like,
until I was 12, I was living in California, and that's where I learned. That's where I started skateboarding. Was in Cali, so it wasn't an issue.
Yeah.
But we had the big old skate gangs and shit, like we weren't really a gang, but we were just like fucking 12 kids fucking rolling around the neighborhood. And then we had like
daggers.
Daggers.
Yeah.
But we had this, there was like this old slabs of cement where like old barracks or old homes used to be. And we would set up our own little jump ramps that were horribly made. Whatever we can find to make the fucking piece of plywood stand up is how we would make our jumps and shit. And then, going to Germany, fucking skaters were all over the fucking place where I live. So that was great. So I never really had a problem with skateboarding until I moved to Clarksville, Tennessee, because of the southern, like them fucking country boys just hate
rednecks. Rednecks don't understand it, man. I don't understand what you're doing on that board, man. Like,
and there wasn't a lot of us, and we knew each other. Everybody knew each other.
Yeah. No, it's like
maybe in Clarksville, maybe there was probably 20 skaters, if that.
Yeah.
All
I got to say, in 1988, when I was in the 7th grade, me and my friends getting chased by high schoolers and people out of high school, because we were skateboarders, like he's got a Vision Streetwear shirt on. Punch him. Why?
Walking around with your flock of seagulls hair.
Oh, dude.
The mixed squeeb. Mixed squeeb.
Yeah. My best friend, Nate, he had it, it's like, it's like I had the flat top, which ended like with my calic, it ended up being the fucking Bobby Brown without being the Bobby Brown, It's like,
dude, you had like a wedge. You had like the Cedric the Entertainer from Barbershop, the wedge.
Yeah. That's what
Kid and Play.
after
Yeah,
I
it
put
didn't
all
fall.
like the mousse and the gel in it, it's like, no, it's supposed to be flat. But the way my hair was, it's all wonk, I had the
Epic.
fucking
Funny.
Gumby.
Ah!
Yeah.
Epic.
Good times.
So
Good
I'm
times.
gonna ask this question that I asked the other day. No, not that question, Eric. You can't get mad yet. So save it
No,
for later, buddy.
yeah.
Uh-oh.
Jared, have you ever
Yeah.
walked into the men's bathroom and there's a dude sitting there pissing? And if it's you, hey, more power to you. But just sitting there pissing, but his pants are around his ankle.
How would I know this if he's in a stall, right? So he's sitting
No,
down. So
just a stand up urinal, like he's pissing.
Just
Like
stand up urinal.
standing up, the
no,
stand up urinal, pissing, but his pants are down to his ankles.
I haven't seen this.
You've never
Sounds
seen
like
this.
a Clarksville thing.
No.
Point, Jared.
No, I actually saw this when I was a kid at the beach and boardwalk in Santa Cruz,
God.
and it wasn't like he was wearing shorts. He was wearing like running pants, but it was just down around his waist, and he's sitting there just pissing. And I'm like, and I was like probably 7,
Yeah.
I stuck my finger right up his butt and ran away. No, I didn't do that. That didn't happen.
That explains why you're the way you are. This is the puzzle pieces are falling into place now.
You want it, you got it. Why we are who we are.
Podcast. Hey Eric, you wanna ask some questions?
Yeah. Are you ready for some no wrong answers?
I mean,
I am. I've watched tons of your show, obviously, mostly when you've talked to friends of mine. Are these curated specifically for the guest?
Not
sometimes
really,
yes,
no.
sometimes no.
No?
Yeah.
Sometimes
yes.
Yes. Sometimes.
Like for
yes.
instance, we'll be, like he'll write something down that we had talked about that'll like, oh, I can do this, like Tony Hawk or Steve Caballero type thing.
Sure.
But I was gonna ask, and this band always comes up every episode. Both bands do actually. Blink-182 or Green Day. And your age, I think I know where you're gonna go.
Yeah, you probably do think you know.
Third Eye Blind.
Oh, I have very specific feelings on Third Eye Blind. Their music is so good, and that dude Steven is such a menace to society. There are no good stories about that dude. But anyway, yeah, that dude seems like the worst. But my God, the self-titled record, and even Blue, very good. Blink or Green Day? I'd have to say Blink, and I'm comfortable saying that. But
all right, now
yeah.
Boxcar or Plus 44?
Oh, fascinating. Very fascinating question. You just come up with that on the top of your head, or you thought about, you pre-planned this?
No, I did. I mean, I did it last week.
Okay.
So,
Okay, so Boxcar is like, the post-hardcore stuff, and then Plus 44 is like the electronic pop. I'm going to say, to me, it's gotta be Plus 44, which probably is the less popular opinion. Yeah, but Travis Barker and Mark Hoppus are both my favorite. I like them a lot more than the other member. And by the way, I don't dislike
the other member. Wow,
Tom DeLonge's got mad.
He will not be named.
No. It's nothing like that. I mean, sure, he went off the deep end, and that's a shame. But no, I mean, "Story of a Lonely Guy" is tied, and that's a Tom song. Off "Take Off Your Pants and Jacket." That's tied for my favorite Blink song.
Yeah,
my favorite being probably "Man Overboard," which is a little bit of both of them. "Man Overboard's" the bonus track on the live record, the Mark, Tom, and Travis show. Plus 44. Shout out to the song 155 if any Plus 44 heads are listening. That's my jam on that record. 155.
I like them both. I do
too.
I like them both.
Yeah,
but
I do too.
I go more Boxcar.
That's fine. I mean, I like a lot of
because I don't like. But see, I'd rather listen. But for me too, I'd rather listen to Plus 44.
Oh, than Angels.
Yes,
okay, I never listened to Angels anyway. I didn't like any of it, to be honest with you.
So I like it. You already knew where I was going with that. You already knew.
Yeah.
All right. I got one for you.
Hit me.
After the Party or On the Impossible Past?
Oh, Menzingers?
Mm-hmm.
Fascinating choice. Which one has like Casey on it?
On the Impossible Past.
guess I got to go on the Impossible Path. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. That song was my gateway drug into Menzingers.
Same.
And
Exactly.
that album is fucking phenomenal. After the Party though has the Lookers on it.
Oh, it's killer.
Oh
There's
my
no
God,
question about it. This is
such a
Sophie's
great
choice.
song. Yeah,
But
yeah.
I don't want to be one of these, like, I don't want to sit on the fence and give you guys like a half-ass answer and like a non-answer. I'm answering everything.
All right, cool. Whose songs do you like more in Alkaline Trio? Dan or Matt's?
I have always said, and I love them both very much, their songs. I have always said I think Dan is actually the secret weapon. I think Dan's the secret weapon. And I love Matt Skiba's songs. And Matt Skiba's songs are more like obviously, I don't know if obviously is the right word. They're more like universal. Like, Matt is like the face of the band. He's more conventionally like,
right. Yeah.
I don't want to say good looking because Dan's a very good looking guy, but like, he's more like, he was the face of the band. I don't know, because of how he looked and like his I don't know, he had like the boyish good looks and like his songs, like, well, here's something funny. Emma, which is one of my favorite songs, Dan wrote Emma and Matt sings it. So that's kind of case in point right there.
Yeah.
But I have always thought that Dan is actually the underappreciated secret weapon.
Fucking what's the last track on From Here to Infirmary? Is it Crawl? That fucking song is so, that's like, if we're talking about best last tracks, Crawl has got to be up there in like my top 5 of like last songs on an album. Yeah.
Can't argue it.
Yeah. All right. Here's one. It's a recycled one.
That's all I do.
Who do you prefer? Or who would you say is mejor? Descendants or All?
Or All? Okay. I want to say Descendants. Now, I just played with Chad Bryce twice. I played at the fest, which, you can't really say it's playing with anyone because it's festival style. There's 350 bands. But I played with him 3 nights before fest down in South Florida at a much smaller pre-fest show.
Yeah.
And Chad Price, the third singer, being the third singer of All, he's killer. His stuff with All is killer. His solo stuff is killer. I love All, but Descendants. Yeah, that's my answer.
Fair enough. Yeah. All right.
Do you guys feel strongly about any of these? You want to weigh in on any of them?
Eric's an All guy. He likes
I'm an All fan.
Sure.
Yeah. I mean, it's in my reasoning is, the 3 singers and, every, like, She's My Ex is one of my favorite All songs. Scott Reynolds vocals on that, and just like hearing the backstory of, when he was recording that and Bill Stevenson just giving him fucking huge shit to make sure he got that fucking song right. And then, the early days of All with Dave Smalley. I like All. I mean, not to say that I don't like the Descendants and I won't listen to the Descendants, but and then Mass Nerder, fuck, such a great fucking record. The I'll Get There, it's still summer somewhere. Such a great fucking line. I'm an All fan. So
it's a good rationale. I respect it.
Man, Bill, when I went and saw Descendants last year, watching Bill fucking play, dude, that motherfucker for being his age, and he's just fucking still mowing that shit. Dude.
It's effortless too, man, and it's just like, God
and he's
damn
smiling too, like the whole time. It's like, fuck yeah.
All right, I got another one real fast.
Let's do it.
And this is a new one. Chris Isaac or Frank Turner?
Isaac, is he from Modest Mouse?
Chris Isaac, Wicked Game.
Oh, I don't even know what that is. I don't even know that. I need you to come up with it. No, I don't want to. Okay. I also don't want to say Frank Turner as a default answer because I know who Frank Turner is.
All right. Check out tomorrow. New music for you. Okay. Forever Blue by Chris Isaac. Okay. That song, that is a 10 out of 10 album for me. Okay. It's got another song.
He made me listen to it. I did. Yeah. I can understand why he said 10 out of 10.
Yeah. Chris Isaac's Forever Blue, beautiful fucking record. I think you would dig him. Yeah, with your style. Yeah, I think you would dig
Totally agree.
So I assume that's your answer for you between those two. It's got to be Chris Isaac.
Yeah, I've got a forever blue tattoo. So I mean,
There you go.
yeah,
Say no more.
and yeah, my wife took me to see him
Say no
uh,
more.
on my
No more.
yeah on my 40th birthday. Yeah, I got to see Chris Isaac at the not the Ryman, but the Grand Ole Opry,
Oh,
and
yeah?
we were on front row. So I mean, Chris Isaac to me is like my fucking Elvis. Yeah.
Sick.
So it was a religious experience for me to see him.
Oh, beautiful.
Right up in front. Yeah. Speaking of Monet Moore, do you celebrate Rex Manning Day?
I just heard you. It's funny. Oh, I heard you say it to Mike Terry on his episode. He's like,
Oh.
"You'll have to remind me. I haven't seen Empire Records or whatever."
Okay. Yeah.
Do I celebrate it? Celebrate's a strong word. No, I acknowledge the
Okay.
movie.
That was good. That was so good. No.
What's his name? Ethan Embry. I'm more of a Vegas vacation guy.
Nice. Fucking Papa Giorgio. Yeah.
Nick Papa Giorgio.
Yeah.
If they were a Nick Papa Giorgio day, I'm celebrating that. No, I don't know. I can't pretend to be any cooler than I am. So no, Empire Record. I know about it. I've seen it, but
Yeah.
celebrate's a strong word.
He was like 14 or 15 when he did that movie, Ethan Embry. He was like young. I mean, but yeah, that movie. I can watch that movie. I can watch that movie once a month at least.
It's so bad though. It's not a good movie. But I mean,
all right, here we go.
Sometimes in my head I mix up, and obviously, when I give it any thought, I realize the error in my ways. Sometimes when I think about Empire Records and that era of movie, I think of That Thing You Do instead. You guys know that movie, That Thing You Do?
Yeah. Doing that thing. That fucking Tom Hanks. Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
That's a great movie. That's a good movie.
Yeah, 100%.
The odometer.
Love the Oneaters.
Yeah. What? So we're talking about soundtracks. I was gonna say, what's what's 3 of your favorite soundtracks?
Oh my god. Okay. Off the top of my head, I was just when I flew to Gainesville, I watched this movie. I've seen this movie many times, and it's funny because this is later than the golden era of soundtracks we were talking about in the 90s. But this is 2009. But that movie 500 Days of Summer with Joseph Gordon-Levitt, that's got a killer soundtrack. I mean, it's very the Smiths and Morrissey, which whatever, but like they play that the Smiths music kind of plays a integral role in the plot of that movie. But there's a lot of other great songs on that. There's a song called by the band The Temper Trap. Regina Spektor's all over that soundtrack. The Black, not the Black Keys, the Black Lips. They have a song called Bad Kids. It's a killer soundtrack. God, 2 other soundtracks. Well, okay. This is not a soundtrack, but I think I meant to when I went off on my new metal tangent and we were talking about compilations. Obviously the Warped Tour compilations and Atticus Dragging the Lake were big for me, but dude, when I was super into Slipknot and like Mudvayne, LD50 and all that stuff, there was that I got for Christmas maybe or a birthday, I got the Pledge of Allegiance tour. Do you remember the Pledge of Allegiance tour? It was kind of like an Oz. It was like, what's his name? Static X and like Slipknot during like. I mean, I still love Slipknot's Iowa and their self-titled record, the one before that, a lot. Movie soundtracks besides 500 Days of Summer. Okay, for someone my age, American Pie is a pretty big one because you got Mutt from Blink-182. You got Treble Charger Sum 41, I think. So American Pie is great. Let me put a pin in the third one, and a third one. I don't want to name something just because I can think of the soundtrack to it. I want to think of something good. So let me let that marinate for a sec.
It's wild because like the 80s is all metal and hair metal on the soundtracks. Right. And then in the 90s you had all the pop punk on there, and then you have whatever Matchbox 20 would be considered. All that style of bands on the soundtracks. And then in the early 2000s, right before they stopped doing it, a lot of hip hop soundtracks.
Right. Oh, something just came to me. This is a little bit of, it's not a cop out exactly, but you probably thought I'm going to choose a movie soundtrack. I'm going to choose an entire television series. Scrubs, famously.
Oh,
I
dude.
I was mad late to watching Scrubs in high school or whatever age I was in the early aughts, middle school. No, not even high school, middle school, elementary school. Like when that show aired, I was so late to the game. All my cooler friends who were into the indie stuff, they knew they had their ear to the ground. They're like, the Scrubs show is not only a good show, but this guy, I think his name's Bill. Was it Bill? No, someone's
Colin Hay?
Bill Lawrence. No, Bill Lawrence or someone like that might have been the music supervisor on that show.
Oh,
And,
okay.
I might have that wrong. I don't want to not give credit to whoever credit's due. But they must have been like an indie rock, emo punk fan, because not only there's tons of that show is riddled with good music. And I think it's kind of known for that. Colin Hay from Men at Work actually plays like a pretty like important, he's like a recurring character almost on that show. So he sings Overkill in that show. Chris from Dashboard
had did it.
Oh yeah, me too. The song Stolen, which was a big radio hit, probably the next biggest next to Vindicated for Chris, that song plays in a very rare, most of the times a song in a show, they play a portion of it. The song plays for almost its entirety with no dialogue. It's when when Elliot is getting engaged to someone and JD is seeing that in the bar or whatever, and they play almost all of Dashboard Stolen, which is just, if you really think about that for TV time, 4 minutes or whatever that is, that's a very, very long time for a television show to be playing with no speaking. That's insane.
Let me just go on the record saying this is the best episode ever, because I'm a huge Scrubs fan. I've seen the season at least fucking 8 times. I can watch it whenever, and my wife's like, "You've seen this," or she'll be in the kitchen and I'll just start fucking laughing, and she's just like, "He's seen this fucking 15 times already." But yeah, the music from that show, I mean, Counting Crows are in that show. And then Colin from Men at Work. I mean, because of that show, I learned how to play Overkill, and one of these days I'm going to record it. But yeah, I mean, it's such a great fucking song, and that show in general, just chef's kiss. Man.
Get this. One last thing about that show and the music I want to say. Season 1, I have no idea what episode, toward the end of the season, I think, a song plays called Camera One by the Josh Joplin Band. I looked him up. I love the song. That's what made me look it up. It's, he didn't do any huge things besides that, and I mean, even that's not huge by any means, but Camera One is a song by the Josh Joplin Band. About 6 months ago, maybe 10 months ago, I'm here in Connecticut at Woodbury Brewing Company, place that my friend TJ books. He books like national acts there that are kind of doing the like smaller circuit thing. He had Tommy Stinson from the Replacements play, which is insane.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah. So he has like very legit people play, and he had the dude. He was in Dispatch, and Dispatch was not my thing, but I mean, nothing against them, just wasn't my scene. Dispatch was kind of in like the 311 scene, right? They were huge, but just not my thing. But his name's escaping me right now. He's not in the band anymore, but he was a founding member of Dispatch. He played there. I think he has roots around Connecticut. Actually, I know he does because of where the story's going. He shouts out on the mic his brother. He says, standing by the bar there is my brother, Eric Heimboltz. He directed the music video for Who Let the Dogs Out by Baha Men. Crowd all laughs. I instantly jump on my phone. I was like, is this real or is this like a weird joke? I mean, if it's a joke, I'm not sure what the joke is, but I look it up. I find the dude, not only did he direct that video, I find the dude's website and his portfolio. He directed the music video for Camera One by Josh Joplin Band. I was like, what the heck? This is a very obscure song that I only know from Scrubs. And I went up to him and talked to him all about that, and he was very nice. And he lives in Litchfield, Connecticut. But yeah, Scrubs soundtrack.
Fuck yeah, yeah. Such a good show. Yeah. I even tried to watch like the Scrubs, med school, and I was.
We don't talk about that. We don't talk about that.
What about Intern?
No.
What is that? Intern?
It was a short-lived Scrubs side project.
Oh my god, I don't even remember this. I probably blocked out of my memory like the Joey show after Friends. Joey.
Oh shit!
Did you just see they were releasing all the episodes that
Joey?
Because
I saw a headline.
They stopped
right past it.
They're like the other 5 or 6 episodes are getting released, but you have to like watch them on YouTube or one of those kind of apps. You know, it's not like it's gonna be like on NBC or anything. But yeah,
That's funny.
Interesting.
Joey.
Whoa.
Interesting.
Oh wait, that's the wrong Joey.
That's
Wrong
gotcha.
Joey. Wrong Joey.
That's a
No,
blossom.
but now he has a
Woo.
podcast with his two brothers.
Oh
He
man.
does.
The
Brotherly
Lawrence
Love, I think it's
Brothers.
called or something.
Brotherly
Yeah,
Love.
Lawrence
That was their show, their sitcom.
Yeah.
I was big into.
Oh,
that.
yeah. That's right. That's what that was. Okay. Yeah. I like some old 80s class or 90s classic shows.
Of course.
Cool.
What were you gonna say, Eric?
There's a package downstairs. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Bye.
Russ, on a scale of
Yeah.
like, compared
One.
to your other guests, I don't know where I was going with that, 1 to 10 or something. Like, have I derailed this? Is this a nonsense episode, or did we talk about some fun things? Okay.
This is all we do.
Good.
This must be the final. You're on the final inning now. You're like
Yeah.
All right, cool.
All right, I got another question.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Can't wait.
Would you ever sit in a chair like AC Slater?
What they do? Sit in it backward? Like,
Yeah, the backwards.
dude, have done. Would do now. Will do in the future.
Nice.
we'll do it. Have done. We'll do again. I don't know. That's an absolutely ridiculous question. That's hysterical. I love that.
Yeah. Could you win in a staring contest with Henry Rollins?
Yeah, I bet I could.
All right.
I bet I could.
Nice.
Back to the. I'm thinking about the chair thing, and I was like, I definitely just noticed someone doing that. I definitely was watching Scream 2 the other day, and they're in like a film class in that scene, and someone possibly, what's his name from Mighty Ducks and Dawson's Creek, Josh, literally the star of those movies, the star of Mighty Ducks, Josh.
James Bleak or Vanderbeek?
No, not James Vanderbeek. The
no.
other one, like from Mighty Ducks and Dawson's Creek. Isn't he Dawson? I didn't really watch Dawson's Creek, but I think he's Dawson, right? Anyway, not important. Josh something. Mighty Ducks kid. Anyway, I think he might be sitting in a chair like that. So it's good enough for him. Little old me can definitely sit in a chair like that. I don't really care about Slater.
Though.
Joshua Jackson.
Josh Jackson. There you go.
Yeah.
You know, I don't ever see like people like when I went to school, even in the way that they portray high school in the movies. It's like what high school would you guys go to? Because that wasn't my high school.
Obviously, and then not another teen movie parodied She's All That so well with the dance scene. They're like, it shows two of them standing there, and Chris Evans.
Like that's gonna be
an unknown Chris Evans.
Russ, like, I'm gonna call bullshit.
He goes, I never knew that everyone in our class was a professional dancer.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I'm like,
at life. Yeah. Like television shows. Yeah. There was life mimicking that. Yeah, at Northwest High School between 1990 and 1994, and I'm sure the same shit went on at Northeast High School.
Yeah.
Everybody wanted to be, 90210, man. I was like,
yo, did either of you ever witness a food fight, like a real life food fight? Did either of you see that
yes,
happen?
I did in 7th grade. It didn't last long, but
okay, I have the same story. I bet. Go on. It
was just some kid got dared to throw his potato chip at this other boy, and then he did it, and then everybody thought it was funny, and and then
okay, that went further than even my story. It was also about 7th grade. It was in 6th, 7th, or 8th grade, and this kid, he'll go unnamed, he threw a fruit cup across he threw a fruit cup across the cafeteria in a ill-conceived effort, I guess, to a half-baked plan to start a food fight, and it just hit the poor TA, like an older woman, in the back of the head, and it was just dead silence, and it did not start anything. It was dead silence, and he just got taken out of the room of the cafeteria.
No,
so
another one is like a movie one that I like. It's like, you're sitting there eating, and all of a sudden the door knocks, opens up. It's your boy. He got his books. Hey, Miss Johnson, grabs a piece of toast and just walks on out. And like that shit does not happen. First off, what family? I mean, if he sits around and has breakfast Monday through Friday before school, nobody. Well, maybe I don't fucking know.
No, it was all very far fetched.
everybody walking their dog down the street waving and shit. It's like, shut up. Anywho,
Yeah, it's like everyone lives
that's
in
my opinion.
Pleasantville. No, definitely not how it went down around here. That's so funny.
Man.
I don't know. Henry Rollins, I can't imagine any circumstance where I'd ever be doing a staring contest, but yeah, I'll take him. I could take him.
What's your strategy?
Put some dry, remember the Ben Stein commercials for dry eyes here, or for clear eyes, have dry eyes or whatever.
Nice.
Put some Visine in my eyes beforehand, lube them up, and I'll be good to go.
All right. Here's I've been I think about this one a lot.
Okay.
The song Red Letter Day. Is it better off of the Woodson EP or the Something to Write Home About full length?
I'll go shout out to the Get Up Kids, first of all. What's funny is like, and I know you're probably like, oh, another story. It's not a long story. You probably just want the answer. But I was like kind of late to the boat on the Get Up Kids, despite you hear stories about so many people who were like loyal to like record labels, like, oh, I listen to everyone on Epitaph, I listen to everyone on Rev. I wasn't like that. So point being is like, Saves the, who is most closely associated with the Get Up Kids? Maybe Jimmy Eat World, maybe Saves the Day, maybe Mineral, I don't know, like Sunny Day Real Estate or something. I listened to Saves the Day and I liked them a lot, and I went down that road, and I just never listened to the Get Up Kids. Now, but until many years later, and now I probably like the Get Up Kids, if I had to say, probably significantly more than Saves the Day. But so I was late to the game, so like I don't have. It's cool that you bring up the Wooderson. That was an EP, right?
Yeah, it was Red Letter Day, Woodson.
Red Letter, right?
Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
Woodson. Sorry, Woodson.
Yeah.
So like, people who are like, who got in on the ground floor of Saves the Day are like, oh, I love Can't Slow Down, and then they lost me on like Stay What You Are when they got like Poppy or whatever. And people with Get Up Kids are like, oh, I only like 4 Minute Mile and
Such
everything
a great
after.
record.
Sure. And I'm not saying it's not, but like, there's people that feel so closely attached to that early stuff that I guess when they got to like successful or poppy or whatever you want to say with like Something to Write Home About, they're like, oh, that record's not for me. For me, it's definitely that record. I just watched them in Gainesville play that whole record, standing next to Dan Bonebreak from early Dashboard days, who was on tour with them with Vagrant Records for all those years, and it was a very special thing to, I don't know if I was being influenced by the fact that I was just standing there in good company watching them play this record, but I'm going to go Something to Write Home About version.
Cool. Yeah. Right on. Yeah, and so my next question would be 4 Minute Mile or Something to Write Home About. So.
Enough said. Next question. Moving on.
Yeah.
You know my answer. Dude, 4 Minute Mile is great. It's great. It's awesome. But
So
it's just not,
Yeah, I saw them on that tour with the Something to Write Home About tour. They played that here in Buffalo, and they played that, and then they took a break, and then they came out and they did, all of the other hits. So they played, a lot off of 4 Minute Mile, which made me tear up and with glee. So yeah, good.
That's
shit.
awesome.
I got one. Almost Famous or Spinal Tap?
Oh shit.
I guess Almost Famous.
Yeah. There's no wrong answer. Yeah.
Almost Famous.
That's where I would go. I'll go Almost Famous. The only reason I said that, I've been listening to the new the Cameron Crowe memoirs that came out, and the Cameron Crowe memoirs, Untitled.
Oh,
that
cool.
just came out, and it's it opens up with him talking about that, and because that's based after his life, and he opens up with him trying to get the musical started for that, and his mom was trying to pick the perfect person because the mom is his mom, so she got to make sure she found, so, but no, I like Almost Famous.
Yeah, I'll go.
What about you, Eric?
I mean, Almost Famous. Yeah, I think.
Is Spinal Tap 2 out yet?
Yeah. I don't think it's on streaming yet, but yeah, it was released. Yeah. No, I mean, I think both of them, are great. I mean, especially with growing up listening to hair metal and, heavy metal and shit like that. Yeah, that was such a fucking funny movie. I love Rob Reiner, but yeah, Almost Famous is such a great fucking record, and throwing myself in a van and gallivanting around the United States, on tour. Yeah, that was that was we were almost famous for sure.
I just think that
Gaslight.
Yeah. Damn you!
No, I think like Spinal Tap 2 is probably going to be like your typical new sequels, because
it's going to be like Super Troopers 2, man.
No, it's going to be like all the celebrities, all the influencers, all the are going to be probably in this movie, but whatever sells,
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I watched Happy Gilmore too.
Oh, I watched the heck out of it. And I said it was a very fun watch and a very bad movie. Like I really enjoyed watching it, and it was very bad. And like I really
the end of the movie, the fucking tournament is them on a fucking life-size video game.
Oh no!
La la la.
Oh my bad. My bad. Did you not see it yet?
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet. Yeah,
Oh,
I need to get that Netflix again so I can watch
Okay.
Stranger Things and then watch that for sure.
Oh, dude,
and then watch Raw on Monday night. Yeah.
You gotta catch it.
No.
Stranger Things.
Oh wait, doesn't the first first 3 episodes come out? Yeah,
something like that. Yeah.
3 for Chris. You get 3 for Thanksgiving, 3 for Christmas, and then 2 on
New Year's Eve, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, do you guys remember? This is a Super Bowl a few years ago, and this movie series might not be like as important to you as it is to me. Do you remember when the Cloverfield, the third one, dropped unannounced the moment the Super Bowl ended? It was called the Cloverfield Paradox. Or do you guys have no idea what I'm talking about? This is like
I don't know.
a few.
I think I watched the first one, and I don't remember.
All right, forget it. Forget I brought it up. It was not a good movie, but I really like Cloverfield, the first one. All right.
All right.
Word. Yeah.
Well, holy shit! Look what time it is.
I know, dude. I this is my I take ownership over this. This is
no.
Yeah, this has been great.
Fine,
thank you.
Like I said in the email, 1 minute we're at an hour, and next minute it's been 2 hours, and
yeah, for sure.
That's what it is. We just keep going and kept going. We talked about skateboarding.
The best show ever, Scrubs.
Yeah. We talked about Empire Records.
Yeah.
That. That's another thing. Like I'm back to the movies. That shit doesn't happen. And like fucking your boss is gonna let you for you running off with the fucking money and losing it all. Just sit on the couch. And he sits on the fucking couch,
Yeah.
With Warren Beatty.
Don't call me Warren. All right. Cool, man. So Jared, tell everyone out here in streaming world where they can check out your music and buy some shit and all that good stuff.
Oh, it's so easy, folks. Because I suffer from the ailment known as ethnic name problems, Jared Knapik, you're not going to mistake me for any others. There aren't any others. I never have any issue making a handle on anything. The Gmail account was easily secured. Knapik. I'm at Jared Knapik everywhere. You're not going to mistake me with another one. So I'm everywhere you would probably try to find me. I don't think I need to list those things out. Most active on Instagram and stuff like that. New record being made right now. The last record will have been 3 years ago in December, in like a few weeks. So that's hard to believe, but new record's being made right now, and I'm extremely excited about it. It's the best by far. So
fuck yeah,
I don't know
dude.
if you stuck with me this long in the interview, folks. I hope you check out the music that's out there, and then check out what's to come. It'll be here sooner than later in the new year.
Do it. It.
No, you do it.
Do it.
Well,
cool,
I have one more. I have one more question.
Oh, god damn it!
What? Why are you acting like that, dude?
Oh, Lockjaw in the picture.
It's like
It's
not coming, but it's coming, Eric. Okay.
Did you have all those Masters of the Universe action figures? Sorry, Russ.
Oh,
no, you're good.
Oh yeah. I still have all of mine from
they're
the 80s.
I got the good ones.
Nice.
Okay, Russ, go on.
Yeah, you did it on purpose, Eric. Is a hot dog a sandwich?
No. And don't ask me why. No, we all know why. Nothing cylindrical and skinny like that could be a. Give me a break. I don't know, dude. This is one of those stupid age-old questions. Like, no. Some things.
That's the right answer
Some
for
things,
Eric.
yeah. Some things you just know. I don't need to be able to explain it, pen and paper, write it out for you. You just know. When you know, you know. Can we say that? Can I say that for my answer? And when you know, you know.
Knowing's half the battle.
Well said. Has anyone really ever I know people are like, oh, I don't know, is it or isn't it? And like people like do the centrist thing, but like, has anyone ever passionately argued the other way? Does anyone really feel strongly that it is a sandwich? And what's their definition? That meat in bread is a sandwich?
What we had Bobby Edge say that a Chicago dog.
Yes, I heard him because there's so many fixins on it. Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
That's where you draw the line. Okay, Bobby. I'm gonna see Bobby. I play a show with Bobby on Friday in a few days. No, yes,
nice.
Friday. I'm gonna give him a hard time about this.
Dance fight. Bam.
Yeah. Yeah, like in the movie.
Yeah.
And everybody breaks up in their crews right behind them because he goes like this. You snap your fingers.
Combat. Combat.
All right, gentlemen. It's been fun.
Very fun.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Thanks for joining us, and we'll catch you in the new year for sure, man.
Absolutely. Try to keep me away.
Yeah.
Later, dudes.
All right.
Bye.
Trapped inside of my head, my own private jail. Oh, wait, no, this is a recap on the You Want It, You Got It podcast.
Pew, 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 pew.
Your ear hole. All right, man. Another great episode with Jared Knapik.
Knapik. How the fuck did I fuck it up at the beginning?
I put you on the spot and I made you say it.
I thought you were gonna say it. I was like,
nah, dude, I did that shit on purpose. I was like, hey, Russ, who do we got?
We both did that on trying to do it to each other. You won. Anyway, whatever.
Point 7. Flawless victory.
No, that was cool, man. Cool cat. I think we could have kept going forever,
Yeah, no
that's
shit.
What happens. That's what you get. That's what happens when you get 3 dudes who like to talk. We just talk.
For sure. Yeah.
And he when you were gone, he was like, I'm not throwing you guys off for your I was like, dude, we don't have no plan, dude. I was like, I explained to him how, like, when I first started the podcast, I kind of had a structure, but I was just like, I felt like I was cutting people off mid question so I could ask them another question. So I was like, I just felt the vibe. And
plan? We don't need no stinking plan.
Hey, and you only cut out one time.
Yeah. So
not bad.
Hopefully this hotspot isn't making my fucking cell bill fucking arm and a leg. So
do you not have free hotspot?
I mean, I just turned my fucking iPhone into a hotspot.
I know. Oh, but you don't have to pay for it, right? It's part of your plan though, the hotspot.
I hope so. We'll find out.
So you were on the hotspot the whole time. You weren't on the wireless in the house.
Mm-mm.
Did you? Oh, so you don't even know if the wireless would work better on that then, huh?
No. Yeah. It wasn't. It went out. Yeah.
Well,
it made me sound like a.
Oh, okay. So that's what you did. You switched over to.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah.
You sounded great, and then you looked clearer. You must have used some clear cell during that.
Yeah. It's Noxzema. It's like you take the water and you just go. Yeah. My bathroom looks like a fucking water ride. Just fucking went through it. But I mean,
like we were saying earlier, reality and movies and shit like that. That shit doesn't happen.
Yeah. No, really, it does, man. And that's another thing that you'll find out on the You Want It, You Got It podcast. So make sure, like I said before at the beginning of the episode, please make sure that you are following the You Want It, You Got It podcast on all the socials, and you're downloading and you are sharing, and leave us a comment. tell us how much you
Uh-huh.
like Michelob Ultra as much as young Nathan does from the Catastrophes. Even though it's free, it's still a bad beer.
I
And
mean, facts are facts. But hey, I mean, at least you didn't take a picture with you holding the beer. So that's okay.
right. So
Instant
yeah. I
picture
mean,
here. Um, no,
I hope Nathan he's still
make it this
listening to
far.
the episode and doesn't take us to the court. What's the
You know,
court?
the funny
Oh,
thing
the
is,
People's Court.
the funny thing is, he'll never know, and then one day he'll finally find out, and then he'll
Yeah.
have to listen to all these episodes.
He's just gonna go to on Spotify and just fast forward to the last
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
30 seconds, the last 3 minutes of the
Yeah.
episode. Fuck
You're
you
like,
guys. No. Oh man.
Nah,
But
yeah,
yeah,
that was
dude,
cool shit.
another great episode. Jared's stuff is really good.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, he's excellent songwriter. Yeah,
Lot of
just
si- lot of lot of same s- lot of similarities in tastes of music, like from the 90s for
yeah,
a
for
nine,
sure.
for being born in 91. Um,
Yeah, yeah.
his music taste is not just because of the 90s, but just in general.
Yeah.
Some
We were
stuff he was mentioning.
sophomores in high school when he was a
Yeah,
fucking baby.
yeah. Listening to the bands that we were talking about with him,
Yeah.
talking about certain soundtracks.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anywho, yeah, good.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
good times with him, man. Have to get maybe him down in the future. You know,
Yeah,
um,
100%,
I
man.
think he would be a good one. I think him and Regretsky would be a good episode.
Yeah.
That'd be a really interesting one.
Yeah.
Uh,
Love old Regretsky.
yeah,
He's
when that
good ones.
episode from them came out last week. By the time
Y-
this comes out, it'll be last week. So
Yeah. It's always a good time talking to him and
yeah,
Fast
and then
Sadie and yeah.
next week we got we got your favorites coming up next week. Mike and Christy from
Oh,
Little
Little
Low.
Low. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
really
that
wish I
should be
would have saw them at Fest. Yeah.
Don't lie and say you did, because I got it right here.
No, I didn't. I did not see them. I saw Unseemlier, but I did not.
Yeah.
I did not get a chance to watch Little Low. And yeah,
Yeah, I've seen some footage of them. Pretty cool stuff. So
yeah. I'll check them out tomorrow at work for sure.
yeah, fuck yeah. Well, I guess until next week, we only got a couple more episodes till the end of the year, man.
Yeah. So, yeah, when you listen to this, I hope you guys had a happy and safe Thanksgiving, and you alienated your racist uncle, and he got everything that he deserved. So,
Hell yeah. Isn't that the uncle? But isn't that the uncle that you want to go out back and smoke weed with and drink beers with, though?
yeah, you just don't talk about politics, I guess. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. All
Cool,
right.
man.
On that note, later.
Later. All right.